slabs bigger than this piece of paper, but this thick of concrete hanging with nothing to support them that were cracked or you saw pizza crumbling, and it was just not good business at all.
Yeah, it's, for the public safety, it just has to remain closed until it's repaired.
Chairman Poor, I'd like to say I did call Director Carpenter when I got the press release information and asked what was going on, and he advised me of the barricade they put there for that. And I told him I've lived this area all my life, and this is the first time that I remember. Now, probably Alderman Williams, Robert Williams, can confirm this. I've not seen any repair work or anything done to this, and I was so happy to hear that something was going to be done, because you could see the bricks falling from there, and it's a lot on kind of like the sidewalk there, and it's about time something's being done. And I've never made a complaint because I didn't realize it was in bad a shape as it is until I talked to Director Carpenter. So I would just like to say thanks to the guys, Director Carpenter, and all who have a part in this, because children walk that area a lot going to Carver Park. The school buses are in and out there. It's just a lot of traffic. I believe the ambulance service, they use that route. It's a thoroughfare going east.
Right.
Because you hear sirens day and night here on Seminary. So, I mean, it's just an accident waiting to happen. It's in poor shape. And like I said, it's been a long time coming. And I mean, even an accident such of a train coming off of the rail, because it doesn't look sturdy on that overpass there. And then after they show some of the pictures on television, I don't know what the cross ties and the rails look like, but if it's anything like the rest of it, a train could even, fall over. It's just a horrible sight. So I'm just happy to see that this is getting done. And again, as I told Director Carpenter, I thank you all for seeing this and getting it done.
Yeah, Norfolk and Southern actually said, we talked about the vegetation and things, and they talked about cleaning up the hillsides. Painting, maybe allowing us to do a mural or something on the
that would be good.
Walls and things, just to make it look nice once it's repaired.
Sure.
Yes, we asked them about that, Alderman Brown, while I was there. And what I almost would like to see is like to have a contest to have someone do some mural designs. You know how when you go into Indianapolis or somewhere and you go under the underpasses and they have all those cute, cool murals and pictures. Not only there, but in a couple of other places around town where there are railroad trusses. But that would be, if they're going to fix it, then that we felt that would be a good place to start our efforts. So, also, I just want to tell you, I can attest to the ambulance traffic on Seminary Street, Mrs. Brown. Funny story. When we moved to Danville from Westville, I was 7. And I'll never forget, my sister and I had this little Mickey Mouse pop-up tent, and we had it pitched, and it was like our first or second night in the house. So we were camping out inside together, right? And all of a sudden we see these flashing lights, and we hear this woo, and we're like terrified, and we run into my mom and dad's bedroom and like, what's going on? And they started laughing at us and calling us country because we've never seen sirens before in action. So. But
yeah. Well, Mayor, that does conclude the Public Works report.
Thank you, Chairman Poor, and also thank you to you for coming to investigate with us. Yeah. At this time, you'll receive our Public Services Committee report, Chairman McMahon.
Well, hello there. Okay, so we have item A, which is the city clerk's report, which is approval of all the licenses. So do I have a motion for approval?
A move.
Thank you. And a second?
Second, York.
Any questions for Mrs. Mudd? Okay, Mayor, roll call vote.
Alderman Davis, Dumchin, Ludwig,
Yes.
Bashard,
Yes.
York,
Yes.
Williams,
Yes.
Trolia,
Yes.
Pickering,
Yes.
O'Kane,
Yes.
Iverson,
Yes.
Streebing,
Yes.
Poor,
Yes.
McMahon,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
12 yes.
12 yes, the motion carries.
And item B is to accept and place on file the treasurer's report for December 2020. We have a motion to bring forth.
So move. York. Second, Bouchard.
Been moved and seconded. Any discussion or debate? Roll call vote,
Roll
please.
call vote.
Dutton, Ludwig,
Yes.
Bouchard,
Yes.
York,
Yes.
Williams,
Yes.
Trolia,
Yes.
Pickering,
Yes.
O'Kane,
Yes.
Iverson,
Yes.
Strabing,
Yes.
Poor,
Yes.
McMahon,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Davis, 12 yes.
12 yes, the motion carries.
And items of information, none, except we will be meeting next Tuesday night at 6 o'clock.
Very good. Thank you, Chairman. I apologize, folks. You thought it was going to be a short meeting, but we do have a need to go into closed session. To the public, I want you to know that we will not be taking any action items off afterwards. Department heads, thank you for being with us this evening, and you may be excused. At this time, call on Vice Mayor Iverson.
I'd like to entertain a motion to go into closed session under section 2C1 of the Open Meetings Act to discuss specific employees, under section 2C2 of the Open Meeting Act to discuss salary schedules and collective bargaining matters, and under 2C11 of the Open Meetings Act to discuss pending, probable, or imminent litigation. Do I have a motion?
It's been moved to go into closed session by Alderman Iverson for the aforementioned reasons. Is there a second?
I'll second.
It's been seconded by Alderman Strabing. Any discussion or debate? Roll call vote, Madam Clerk.
Alderman Ludwig,
Yes.
Bouchard,
Yes.
York,
Yes.
Williams,
Yes.
Trolia,
Yes.
Pickering,
Yes.
O'Kane,
Yes.
Iverson,
Yes.
Strabing,
Yes.
Poor,
Yes.
McMahon,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Davis, Dungeon, 12 yes.
12 yes, the motion carries. We are adjourned to closed session. so that we can be official? We're good. All right, at this time, I would entertain a motion to return to open session.
So moved.
Second.
Been moved by Alderman Trolia, seconded by Alderman Williams. Any discussion or debate? Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Alderman York,
Yes.
Williams,
Yes.
Trolia,
Yes.
Pickering,
Yes.
O'Kane,
Yes.
Iverson,
Yes.
Streben,
Yes.
Poor,
Yes.
McMahon,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Davis, Duncan, Ludwig,
Yes.
Bashard,
Yes.
12 yes.
12 yes, we are returned to open session. At this time, I'll give a brief COVID update and then receive any items of information. I want you to know that there are plenty of opportunities for folks to become vaccinated. At this point, if you aren't vaccinated, it's because you choose not to be. And while I certainly respect folks who choose to be and choose not to be, the more folks we have vaccinated and the sooner that happens, the sooner we can go back to life as normal. So I would encourage you. I have been vaccinated. I have not grown a third tail or,
Yeah.
I don't have an eye under my head or anything like that. So I would encourage you. If
You
you're
haven't
able
grown
to
a
do
third
it,
tail. Does that mean you have two already?
maybe so. I don't know. Anyways, encourage everyone who's able and willing to get the vaccination. I also want to remind everyone we're still not out of the woodworks yet. So please have some respect. Unless you're medically unable to do so, please wear a mask when you're in public. That's the least that you can do unless you're eating or drinking. I go out all the time and eat and drink. Wear your mask when you're going to your table. Wear your mask when you're going to the bathroom. Wear your mask when you're leaving. It's really not very hard. It's like the least consideration you can show for your common man. Also remind you to keep social distance as much as you're able in public settings and to wash your hands frequently. Please, let's stay on top of it. We're at the edge of going back to normal, so let's do everything that we can to make that happen. I wanted to discuss this as part of the pandemic too. We are still legally able to keep meeting remotely. I have asked it, and good Lord. I have asked, and you have acceded to us meeting in person for our next council meeting because everyone at the city who wants to be vaccinated has been. My question to you is, are we ready to return to normal meetings full time now? Or are we just coming back in person for the swearing in ceremony? What is your druthers? I will ask a quick poll. Please say yes if you're ready to start meeting in person again, and if a straw poll, and no if you're not quite ready. If you care to give an explanation, please do so either way. Yes, Alderman Williams.
I would ask what type of restrictions would be provided with in meeting opening like that. Would there be people coming in?
Yes, so what will happen, Alderman, is that we will still have to comply with the rules. So when entering the meeting and leaving the meeting, or if you get up to go to the restroom, you'll have to wear a mask. However, we will see everyone, even including Alderman, in a social distant way. We have microphones set up so that we can have the tables like we did before. So once you are seated, and if you remain seated, you will be able to remove your mask if you wish to. We will have the chairs spaced out in a socially distant manner, and we will only be able to have 50 people present in the room. So that will include all of us. That will include the new aldermen. It will include the staff, so our department and division heads, as well as the public. And I do believe at least the first time or two, and then we'll revisit it again, that we will have folks taking temperatures at the door to be sure that no one is coming in who has a fever.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. And also I would like you all to know that we do have a cleaning service in town who's volunteered to come in and do a deep COVID clean for us before we meet next Tuesday.
Tuesday.
I'm just going to start in the order that I see you. This is no particular order or respecter of anyone particular. Alderman Streben. Again, please say yes if you're comfortable with resuming in-person meetings, and no if you would like to wait. You are welcome to give an explanation either way. Alderman
Well,
Strebe.
I know you said we're meeting next Tuesday, but you meant May 4th, which is 2 weeks.
Yes, sir.
And I believe we were going to do it fine for the first time, but I don't know. I think maybe it's a little too soon yet until we're out of the woods. I mean, this has been working out. I can see maybe in a month or so looking at it again, but right now I would say if you're going to have the initial meeting to swear everybody in, let's go back to this for another month or so.
Okay, thank you, Alderman. Alderman Trolia.
I mean, I'm fine meeting in person, but honestly, the Zoom thing, I don't really mind that much. But I never thought I'd say that, but it actually is not too bad. But I'm comfortable meeting in person.
Okay, very good. Alderman Picard.
I prefer to give it just a few more weeks personally.
Okay, thank you, sir. Alderman O'Kane.
Well, I don't mind coming back, but if there's 2 or 3 of our aldermen that don't like it, I think we're going to have to stay with the virtual meeting just because we can't have a split meeting, according to the last I heard, as far as the ruling was that if we're having a meeting in place, we can't have others. The county does it, but I don't know why we can't do it. So, whatever happens, I'll be there.
So thank you, Alderman. Which do you prefer?
I prefer being there, but if I got 2 or 3 aldermen that won't show up because of it, we got to stay virtual.
Oh, okay, thank you. Alderman
Mayor,
Pickering.
may I say something real quick, Mayor?
Yes,
Yeah,
Alderman
I will show up regardless of the majority. I just said I would prefer, like Alderman Strebe, that it may be a little premature, but I'll be there.
Thank you, Alderman Picard. Yeah, yes, Alderman Pickering.
Yes.
Okay. Alderman Williams.
Yes, I would be there, as long as the precautions are taken in regards to that.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Alderman York.
I would be willing to meet in person, but I also don't mind the Zoom meetings either. So,
Okay, thank you. Alderman Brown.
I personally think we need to wait a while. I noticed, we get the updates from you every day, every other day.
Yes, ma'am.
I checked recently, and the numbers for Vermilion County are, we're not stable. I mean, we're better, but we're not stable. And I would like to see us wait a little while, as much as I'd like to be in person with everyone, but I can see why we would do it May 4th. But after that, I think we could wait a few weeks yet and see where we're at with our count. And if the majority wants to come back, I'll come back. But I believe we still need to follow the guidelines of the mask and the social distancing.
Thank you, Alderman. Alderman McMahon.
Well, it's not really going to affect me, so.
Okay.
So I would do whatever you guys wanted, but yeah, I think you're gonna be fine either way.
Thank you. Alderman Ludwig.
I'm comfortable going in person, but I'm concerned about the quorum and whether or not people who are not comfortable will even attend, and if we would end up having a quorum. I would be concerned because right now, sometimes I feel like coughing. And for me, that just feeling of illness and being in a room where I would be talking and a lot of other people would be talking makes me hesitant to want to be in person. But I feel comfortable. I'm vaccinated. I just don't want, I wouldn't want to spread anything if somehow I had something or made anybody feel uncomfortable if I was coughing, with them being even social distance, we're still in a tight space. So those are my only concerns, but my vote is yes overall.
Okay. Thank you, Alderman. Vice Mayor Iverson.
I think, and I've had this discussion with the mayor, I think it's important to get, the thing we're missing in not having the public meeting is we're not having the public. And I think it's important for people to be able to come to a city council meeting, express opinions, talk about things, which they're really not able to do. Yeah, they can submit their comments, by 4:30, but they don't. So I think it's important to have that. And I'd be comfortable doing that, but I also understand what people don't feel. And besides, I have to wear something besides sweatpants if I actually went downtown. So there's that. But as far as committees, I think the committees surprisingly have probably worked better in the Zoom because they've been more direct, to the point, get things done and move on. So yes, I am comfortable to go down there. If people want to do that, I'm fine with meeting. But I also have no problem with continuing Zoom.
Thank you, Vice Mayor. Chairman Poor.
Yes, Mayor. I'm fully vaccinated. I have no problem meeting in person. I do understand some people's concerns. I do agree it might be a little early to come back full-time to in-person meetings. I would ask that if the public is coming in, that they have to show their vaccine cards that they've been vaccinated. We all have them that have been vaccinated, just as another layer of safety. I still think, though, we should wait several weeks or a month, maybe Independence Day, when we go back full time. With these new variants and things out there, we don't know what's going to happen in the next several weeks. We've seen a lot of states that have increased substantially in their cases. So
Sure.
I think we need to use some caution.
Thanks, Chairman. So it looks like we're at about 7-4, but some of the 7 wanted to defer to folks or concerned about folks who are concerned. So why don't we do this? Why don't we have our meeting in person? Thank you for the reminder, Vice Chairman. The first Tuesday in May, which is May 4th. May the 4th be with you, right? And see how it feels. And maybe we can revisit this a little bit at that time. If people are feeling comfortable, then maybe we'll go ahead and start meeting in person. But if we still have some concerns, maybe we'll give it another month or two, as Chairman Poor suggested. So thank you all for your feedback and your candor. I understand. I feel both ways too. I'll be honest. If we didn't have so many people who needed to be sworn in, we've sworn in. I swore in Alderman York, Alderman Ludwig, Mr. Simon, all in this room. When it's one person, it's pretty easy. But when you have 7 or 8 folks we got to swear in, that can be kind of tight. So I appreciate your willingness to meet in person this next time, and we'll go from there after that. Okay. Does
get a vote on that, Mayor?
Sir?
Did we have a vote on that, or is that just
because it's not on the agenda, Alderman, we can't have an official vote. So that's why I just kind of took a straw poll of everyone to see where you all stood with that. So we'll meet that's why we'll meet in person on the first Tuesday in May so that we can do our swearing ins and such. And then after that, we'll have this discussion again. So we're not making a commitment to resume full time to in-person meetings yet. Okay. All right. Alderman O'Kane.
On the 4th, we bring their laptop with us. Will you have paper for us or what?
Ooh,
So
good question.
iPads.
Good question.
I think guys, we can get those set up. Is that too tight? I don't know. Yeah, for one meeting. Okay. So what we will do, thank you. That's a good question. We had talked about it, but we hadn't come to any finalizations. This is what we will do this one time. I will issue a hard packet for everyone. So Teresa will email it to you like she always does. We will also print them out for everyone as well. That way, because if we're not ready to come back full time yet, I would hate for Agnell and those guys to rush putting together the iPads for one meeting. Okay, so we'll just we'll wait for the iPad and we'll get hard copies. Thanks, Alderman. Okay. All right. Are there any items for the good of the cause? I can tell you some good news. We are having Summer Sounds. It's going to be extended, we think, from Memorial Day weekend all the way through Labor Day weekend. We will also have the municipal band will be playing every Sunday. So first for our Summer Sounds will be Friday nights downtown Temple Plaza at 6 o'clock. The Sunday concerts, municipal band concerts, I believe also start at 6 o'clock in Lincoln Park. So that's exciting news. We will have Arts in the Park. That is, I want to remind everyone, I can't believe I thought that I had this in my.
It's like the third week or fourth week of June, isn't it?
I'll make sure I have that date for you next time. It's the third weekend in June, I believe. And we will be having balloons over Vermillion, July 9th and 10th. So super excited about all the good things that we have coming up. And as a reminder, the water pad will be open at Garfield Park free of charge to the public. So lots of good things to look forward to where we can be outdoors yet be safe. And yes, ma'am. This is
So
Pickering.
the community cleanup?
Oh, I'm glad you said that. June 12th. Good. Thanks, Mrs. P. I sent you an email on June 12th. We will have a huge community cleanup, and it won't just be Danville, it will be Vermillion County. I was so excited. In 2019, we had over 600 volunteers. I am hoping we can reach the 1,000-person mark this year. Wouldn't that be amazing? 1,000 people would be about 1.5% of our population in Vermillion County. How cool would that be if we're all out together in our whole county, making it look better and improving lives for people? So 9 o'clock, June 12th at Lincoln Park. You all have the flyer, so if you want to participate, please register with Molly Goodwin. Thank you.
Also, I believe Director Finch mentioned that the second Sunday in July will be Community Day.
Yes, ma'am. I was going to mention that too. July 11th is Community Day. I forgot the time though, so I will make sure.
2:30, I think.
What'd you say?
Yes.
I believe it's 2:30.
Yes.
I think so.
Well, Mayor, what was the date again on the Balloon Classic?
July 9th and 10th.
Okay. We're about to finalize, we're having a meeting again Monday night, but I believe we're going to have fireworks at the Gale Grotto over the lake on June 26th. So it's not in Granite, but it will be as of Monday. So.
Great. Thank you, Vice Chairman. Does anyone else have any other items of information for the good of the cause?
Don't forget the junior college tournament.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. The National
Tomorrow.
Junior College Tournament is being held out at Danville Junior College this week.
That's correct. They are requiring masks. They are allowing up to 240 spectators. They are clearing the gym between each game to clean. So there are plenty of safety protocols being put in place. When people say that there are two big lies about Danville and Vermillion County. Number one is that we don't have any jobs. That's patently false. It's ridiculous. When I hear people say it, it makes me furious. And number two, that there's nothing to do. If you can't find something to do in Danville and Vermillion County, then you just don't want to do anything. That's kind of how I feel about it. So, any other items of information for the good of the cause? All right, having satisfied the agenda, I will need a motion to adjourn, and I apologize, but we will need roll call for that. Is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
So moved.
Second.
All right, I think everyone made the motion.
Yeah.
So. Madam Clerk, roll call vote, please.
Alderman Williams,
Yes.
Trolia,
Yes.
Pickering,
Yes.
O'Kane,
Yes.
Iverson,
Yes.
Streebing,
Yes.
Poor,
Yes.
McMahon,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Davis, Duncan, Ludwig,
Yes.
Bashard,
Yes.
York,
Yes.
12 yes.
12 yes, the motion carries. We are adjourned. Thanks, everyone. Have a great night and be
Mayor,
safe, okay?
I forgot one thing that, even though I know that he's not coming back to our meetings, Alderman R.J. Davis, he's back in the hospital. He's still having a hard time. So let's keep him in our prayers.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you for that, Alderman Brown. All right, y'all. Again, be safe. We're not in the clear yet, so take care of yourselves. Be
Good night,
responsible.
everybody.
Good night.
Everybody.
Take
Stay
care.
safe.